Hey. So when I say what is your ideal self-care activity, what is the first thing you think of? I would bet you would say something outside of your home like a spa, brunch, bookstore, salon, beach, park. Am I right? Well, in this episode, I will give you tips and suggestions on how to create a self-care sanctuary right in your home. Let's get into it. Hey. Welcome to another episode of Sis Stop Sulking. I am Miss Tasha Talks Life, your favorite mindset and accountability coach. I help to guide you to your dream life faster by making simple, actionable tweaks to your mind, body, and goals. Welcome. If you are new here, hello, and thank you for stopping by. So, how are you today? I'm super excited to announce that I am in my recording space, my recording studio space. I am still on audio only because it is not set up yet. It is not set up yet, if I'm honest, but I'm excited to be here. I am on the couch with my blanket, cozy. I really want to bring a more relaxed vibe to the show. I mean, I'm super relaxed anyway, but I just want to offer that ambiance a little more relaxed on the couch, just us chatting, me sharing in that type of environment. So I'm excited for it. Right now it looks a mess, but we're here. So hopefully the next episode will be video as well as audio. Today I want to talk about, creating a self-care sanctuary at your home because whenever I talk to other women about self-care, what does that look like? What is that? They it's always nails, spa, walk to the beach, things like that. And that's great. And trust me, bookstore is self-care for me, brunch is self-care for me, right? But if those things aren't readily available or you're in a season of where you really can't find the time, I want to give you some self-care rituals that you can do right at home and making a sanctuary for yourself at home. Um, so let's get right into it. Each episode I start with a quote, and the quote for today is it's all about finding the calm in the chaos. It's all about finding the calm in the chaos by Donna Karen. And that resonated so deeply with me because my house is pretty chaotic right now. And I'm blessed. I'm happy. I'm not complaining in that way, but as you know, or if you're new here, I am a boy mom. I'm the only woman in my house. So, and my husband, my kids, and me. And so even with that, my oldest son used to have his own place. He just moved back home. It's temporary. My husband and I are rekindling. I'm so excited to announce that we are making it work. We are doing the work. We are being very intentional, rebuilding from the ground up. So now we're like boyfriend and girlfriend, right? And now he's back home. And so in a space where it was just me and the little ones is now all of us again, which I am super grateful for, even if it's only for a moment, because my oldest son is a eagle, right? He likes to be on his own. He wants to soar. He wants to do his own thing. But for right now, he's home and my heart is warm, but it's chaotic. Okay. It is chaotic. I mean, it's balls bouncing. My boys are jumping and hitting the door frame. You guys know, if you have boys, you know what I'm talking about. My husband is leaving stuff out. He has to iron his clothes and he's forgetting to put the stuff, like, it's chaotic. And I love it. But I also got to find my peace and I also got to maintain my self-care, right? So I'm shifting a lot because the um the environment, the space that I had at one time is now not just my own. So I have to be very conscious of what's happening and how I can still maintain the things that are important to me and my sanity and my peace, but also understanding that the paradigm has shifted, right? And so I just want you to think about that. So I'm going to give you some tips on, how or what to think about and how to implement where you can create your own sanctuary at your house, right? Where you can have time. So first step is, and you can get a pen and paper. The first step I want you to do is think about all the things that make you happy. Think about all the things that make you at peace, that make you feel loved, that make you feel beautiful, and write them all down. Right. So, what makes me happy is my tea, my candles. I feel at peace with my heated blanket. I feel loved when I can do my own thing, when everybody is like kind of giving me my space. So what are those things? And write them down. And there's no right, wrong, or indifferent. It's just writing down the things that make you feel happy, at peace, loved, and beautiful. And then the next thing is, what are those things? Which of those things do you possess? Right? On the things that you wrote down, what do those things do you possess, and how can you include them into your space? So for example, if you said something like, which makes me feel happy is a spa day, right? What goes into a spa day? Do you have any of those things at home? Do you have the clay for the mask? Do you have a steamer for your face? Do you have a bathtub pillow? Right? Do you have candles? So, of the things that make you happy, feel at peace, loved, and beautiful, what are those things that you have in your possession at home? And how could you include them into your space? Like for me, I have a box. And in this box, I hold my candles, my essential oils, my affirmations are written on a card, my thank you letter to myself, um, my goals, my journaling prompts. What else is in there? What else is in there? My post-it notes, right? My journal, all those things is in there because those are things that contribute to my self-care, right? And so it's in a box. And so I can transfer it around with me. I can, bring it wherever I need to go. I don't have a specific space, but I can bring my box with me anyway. I can even bring my box with me outside of the home if that is what is required, right? So thinking about that, what are those things that you possess and how could you include it into the space or section of your sanctuary? And then think about it this way too. Is your space cluttered or is it clear from clutter? Is it in a big closet? Did you pick a space where it's in an attic, a shed, spare bedroom, corner in the living room, right? You have to have a space that is for you. And I know a lot of women say they have their prayer closets, right? I don't have a prayer closet right now, but I plan on getting one. And a she shed and a spare bedroom for my right now. I have a corner of the living room. And so in that corner space is where I go when I need to activate my meditation, my journaling, my prayer, my self-care rituals, right? So even with that, now that I've identified the place and it's clutter-free, okay, when is the best time to steal some self-care time for yourself? When is the best time to find the time to care for just you? Because let's be honest, as a mom, a wife, an entrepreneur, a career woman, a boss, taking care of your parents, whatever your thing is, it's sometimes hard to find time to care for yourself. It's hard to find self-care moments, right? And so when I think about that, I'm like, okay, for me, it's best for me to get up early in the morning, which my body wakes up normally anyway. And when God is trying to get my attention, he wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, oh my God. But I get up because when I don't get up, I forget what he wants me to know. And I forget the thing that I should have written down or whatever. So I listen now because God definitely speaks to me and gives me thoughts and ideas and revelations and confirmation and all of that. So for me, I like to get up between 3:30 and 5:30 because everybody else is still sleeping. I don't have the distractions. I don't have mommy, or babe, where's this? Or anything like that. I have my alone time with me, God, and my morning self-care rituals. So think about that. For you, it may be late night. For you, it may be during the afternoon, 12, 1, 2 o'clock before the kids come home from school. Whatever time it is, you have to find the space for yourself. You have to find, when can I pour into me? Right? So let me just recap before I go to the next one. One, think about all the things that make you happy, that make you feel at peace, that make you feel loved, that make you feel beautiful, and write them down. And then you want to think about, what of those things do you possess that's on your list? And how can you include those things into your space? Right? Next, look at the space, analyze the space. Is it clutter free? Right? Where is it? Is it in a big closet? Is it the corner of the living room? Where is a spare bedroom? And then, when is the best time to steal some self-care time? When is the best time to prioritize yourself? And then lastly, start to practice your self-care ritual. Start to practice your morning routine. Start to practice whatever it is that makes you feel happy and at peace, loved and beautiful. And so I'll share a little bit about my routine. So again, I get up at between 3 and 5 most days. And when I get up, I take a hot shower. I meditate. I pray. I read some of the Bible. I read some of this other book that I'm reading right now that's super powerful. I Then I drink a new thing, my tea. It's hot water, lemon, cinnamon, honey. I mix that up. I drink that. Yeah, and I do that, and then I go to the gym. I get my kids up, get them ready for school, and then I'm off to the gym. And so that's the ending of my morning routine. Self-care is working out, moving my body. So again, it could look like anything. It could look like, as soon as you get up, you have a dance party. As soon as you get up, you stretch your body. As soon as you get up, you make yourself breakfast. You journal. Like, I do that most times, but it depends. But a routine is something that you do on a consistent basis, and it has a benefit to you, benefit to your overall physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Okay. So let me know, how does it feel thinking about this? Like, does it feel like, okay, were you able to vision and map out the answers to these questions with ease? Are you excited to start tomorrow morning with your routine? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about these steps? Do you have a sanctuary already in your home? Where is it? Talk to me. The thing is, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna move on. I see you guys watching the show, and I appreciate it. I truly, truly appreciate you tuning in each and every week, rocking with me. Now I'm gonna ask you to take it a step further and like it. Like it. When you're done halfway through, like the show, because what that does is it pushes it out to more people. Okay, so you watch the show, leave a comment if you want. Like, if I ask a question, leave a comment, interact with me. I love to go back and hear what you have to say, and your perspective is valid. I'm not This is my opinion. This is not fact. This is not law. These are the things that I do. So whenever I come on and I share, a lot of it is research based because I've been doing this a long time. But overall, I'm talking from my heart. Like, I'm talking about what I think. Or, yeah, like I said, if I'm giving you tips and strategies, there is some science behind it. But for the most part, and whatever works for you may not work for me, vice versa. So it's okay. So talk to me, like the show, share with other people. So yes, I hope that was helpful. And I hope that you do decide to create some type of sanctuary, for self-care sanctuary for yourself. So yeah, so I'm hosting, actually, let me just say this. I'm hosting a uh self-love and tacos event for young girls, 12 and up. I really want to do this for them because I think it's very important to start to cultivate the youth, and helping and raise them up. I don't but we didn't have When I was a kid, we didn't have this type of um awareness, and our parents and aunties and all that. For me, let me speak for myself, were not really pouring into us in this way. It was more like we watched and we learned what to do, what not to do by watching them. But I want to open up the conversation for the girls. I want to hear back from them. So I created an event that's going to cultivate confidence, friendship, and positive self image through engaging discussions and fun activities. We're going to have tacos. We're going to play, we're going to do some role playing. We're going to just have a good time where they can feel like they can express themselves and share without being judged or without the parent influence and all of that. So, yeah, so self-care and self-love and tacos is going to be on May 3rd at 6:30. I'm going to drop the link in the show notes or below. If you know someone that has a daughter up from 12 and up, please share with them and let them know it is free. It's in West Babylon, and they can come and just enjoy. But you have to register to attend because I need a head count, right? Um, ain't nothing like running out of supplies or tacos. So, yeah, I'm gonna need you to register for that. But I'm excited for it. It's been on my heart for a while to kind of give back to the youth, the girls specifically, because when I think about my life and the things that I went through and how I had to overcome certain things and things that I did not know, um, it makes me feel like I need to pull in, I need to pour out to my girls. So yeah, so self-love and tacos is happening March 3rd. It's a Friday at 6:30. So please share. And speaking of that, I had went to my son's school. The librarian had reached out to me to be a presenter at their career day. And I literally just retired or resigned from there in June of 2023. And so when I was asked, I kind of was like, oh God, is it too soon? Too soon, too soon. But no, it was perfect. I said yes. And I'm happy that I did because my husband and I went. He was my videographer, got some footage. And my kids was like, my son, my middle son, he is in fourth grade. He's in the photo club, photography club of his school. So he was walking around taking pictures of the event as well, which was super cool, like following in his dad's footsteps. And then my other son, he's in third grade. One of the classrooms that I was going to visit was his classroom. So he was super excited and proud. It was so beautiful to see him smiling. His friends like, wow, that's your mom and your dad, those are the things that are priceless. Those are the moments that I can't get back. Like those are the moments that I love to be there for them in that way. Because I can remember my grandmother, at their age, I was being raised by my grandmother, and she never came to the school. She would say, everything I need to know is on the report card. So if your report card's not good or if your report card's good, either way, I know what you're doing in school. And that was that. So to be able to show up for them to their events, their performances, they meet the teachers and all of that. That is what it's all about for me. So, and I say all that to say, so I brought my books. I presented myself as an author slash entrepreneur, and right before, I think it might have been like 3 a.m, the day of the event, I just jump up and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have a book that I wrote when I was in fifth grade, and it's published in Amityville Public Library, and I have a copy, and I'm like, yo, I'm going to find this book. Mind you, I would say probably 80% of my stuff is in a storage unit right now because we had sold our house a couple of years ago, and now we downsized. So I'm like, all the stuff that we don't need on a regular basis is in storage. So I'm like, oh my God, I got to get up. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, okay, go back to sleep. I wake up early, early enough, like my regular time, and do my routine. I go to the storage unit. I'm digging and digging for this book. I open up 2 big bins. I got to move stuff around. And the whole time I'm like, okay, don't break a nail, girl. Cause you try to be like, you keep your nails on and try to be feminine and all that. Don't break a nail. So I'm trying to find this thing. Time is ticking. And I go through 2 bins. I can't find it. And then I'm about to give up. I'm like, dang, I can't find out. It would have been so great to show the kids that even they can be authors right now. Right. And then last second, I look at another bin and I'm like, let me just open it and see. And do you know, when I opened that bin, the book was right on top. If that's not God's alignment on what I was supposed to do and how I was supposed to do it. First of all, he woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning and told me, it reminded me of the book. Because my book, my adult book is not for kids. So they would see it and they'd be cool, but there's no pictures. So I brought the both of the books, and they were like more enthused and excited about the book when I was in 5th grade. And it has my picture on the back when I was in 5th grade. And it says about the author. My name is LaTasha Tolliver. I am the author of this book. I am 10 years old. I was born November 14th. I have a brother and 3 sisters. We play a lot. I hate vegetables. My brother's name is Tommy. My sisters' names are Tanisha, Tay, and Shatama. I also have a dog named Butch. He is 1 year old. I enjoy reading and writing books. Like, that is my bio on the back of my book. But needless to say, I was just so happy for that. So happy for that moment to share that with them. I went to, I think it was went to 4 different classrooms to share, and it was just a beautiful thing. So I forgot why I was sharing that story, but it just made me feel happy. It made me feel like I'm definitely on the right track, because if I would have had a different job, I wouldn't have been able to go, right? And so God is so good. And that's a little side story. So, again, if you have a friend, a niece, a daughter that is 12 and up, please go to the show notes and register to bring them to Self Love and Tacos, happening May 3rd, at 6:30. And lastly, I want to end with our mindset declarations. At the end of each episode, I share some declarations that we can write down, repeat after me, and just add them to your arsenal of declarations and speak life over yourself. Wherever I go, I bring peace. My self-care rituals mirror the love I have for myself. Where I go, I bring peace. My self-care rituals mirror the love I have for myself. So I hope you write that down. I hope you are more intentional about creating a sanctuary in your home to practice your own self-care rituals. It doesn't always have to be a spa day. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money for you to pour into yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So, okay, well, that's the end of this episode. If you like this episode, please subscribe. If you want to be notified when more episodes like this one drops, hit the notification bell. Again, we're in the studio. It's not set up yet, but I'm excited for what's to come. So just stay tuned for that. And you can connect with me on your favorite social media platform. I'm everywhere as Tasha Talks Life. I want you to be well and remember that your past does not dictate your future. Until next episode, peace.